So the question number 14 is, a coil has 2000 turns and the area is 70 centimeter square. So number of turns are 2000, area is given as 70 centimeter square, so that we can add on as 70 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Okay. The magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of coil is 0.3 Weber per meter square. Magnetic field is given as 0.3 Weber per meter square. Take 0.1 second, time is given as 0.1 second to rotate through 180 degree. The value of induced EMF is, see this thing, if you consider initially the any coil is like this, magnetic field you consider outward, then area vector is also outward. Now the coil is rotated by 180 degree. Now area vector will be inward, but the magnetic field is outward. So initially the angle between area vector and magnetic field is 0 degree. Finally the angle between area vector and magnetic field is pi. Okay, so we can say that here what is changing? Theta is changing. Everything is same, but theta is changing. So induced EMF is given by delta phi by delta t. So delta phi we can write down as n into b into a, n into b into a into cos change in, so we can say final theta is cos 180 minus cos 0 divided by delta t. Clear? Cos 180 is minus 1 and this is cos 0 is 1. So induced EMF we can write down as n. Number of turns are 2000. Magnetic field is 0.3 into area is 70 into 10 to the power minus 4 into this will become minus 2 divided by time is 0.1 second. Okay. So no need to consider minus, only magnitude they are asking. Otherwise the formula is minus d phi by dt, so that minus will be adjusted. Okay. So remember this thing, whenever only the options are given without sign, only magnitude they are asking, then there is no need to consider the minus sign. Okay. So if you solve this point will cancel out. So this 3 zeros and 1 more zeros, so 4 zeros will cancel out. So it will become 6 4. So 4 into 21, 4 into 21. So answer will be how much? 84 volts. Clear? So question number 14. Now we will move on to question number 15. So question number 15 is, in the coil of area 10 centimeter square and 10 turns, so area is given as 10 centimeter square, we can write down as 10 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square, and 10 turns, number of turns are given as 10, where the magnetic field perpendicular to the plane changing at the rate of, so rate of change of magnetic field is given as 10 to the power 8 Gauss per second, and we know that 1 Tesla is equals to 10 to the power 4 Gauss. So 1 Gauss we can write down equals to 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. Okay. So this thing we can write down as 10 to the power 8 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla per second. Okay. dV by dt. The resistance of the coil is 20 ohm. Resistance is given as 20 ohm. So they are asking the current in the coil. So we know that current is given by E by R, and E induced is given by d phi by dt. So delta d phi by dt divided by R. Okay. So d phi by dt means flux is rate of change of flux. So flux is given by B A cos theta. So in this case angle is 0. So flux we can add on as B into A. So d phi by dt will be equals to A into dV by dt, because area is constant. Okay. So 1 by R d phi by dt is equals to area into dV by dt. So this will be equals to 1 by R 1 by 20 into area is 10 into 10 to the power minus 4 into dV by dt is 10 to the power 8 into 10 to the power minus 4. If you solve this 4 and this will cancel out. So how much we will get? 0.5. 0.5 we are getting, so 10 centimeter square, so correct, B into A, that is 10 into 10 to the power minus 4, and this one is how much, dV by dt is 10 to the power minus 4. So the current is 0.5 ampere. So just wait, I will check the answer. Okay, number of turns, answer is 5 ampere. So actually number of turns are also given. I missed this term. So number of turns we have to multiply by NBA. So it will be N. Okay. So multiply by N, and a value of N is 10. So it will become 5 ampere. Okay. So this term we should remember, NBA. Okay. So it is better to learn flux is NBA cos theta. If the number of turns are 1, then the value of N will be 1. Okay. Now we will move on to question number 16. The mutual inductance between two coils is 1.25 Henry. So mutual inductance is given as 1.25 Henry. If the current in the primary coil changes at the rate of, means di by dt, rate of change of current is given as 80 amperes per second, then the induced EMF in the secondary is, okay, so we know that induced EMF is given by M into di by dt. So directly formula based question, 1.25 into di by dt is 80. So this will be equals to 100. So answer is 100 volt. Clear? Answer is 100 volt. Question number 16. Directly induced EMF is given by magnitude of induced EMF. I have written M into di by dt, where M will indicate mutual inductance. Okay. Now question number 17. Question number 17. A short circuited coil is placed in a time varying magnetic field. The electric power is dissipated due to the current induced in the coil if the number of turns are to be quadrupled and the radius is halved. The electrical power dissipated will be, as we know that power will be proportional to N square R square. So we can say that initially the power is P. So P by P dash will be equals to N1. Number of turns are N and the radius is R, we can consider. After that, number of turns are becomes 4 times. So 4N, radius becomes half. N square into, if the number of turns were to be quadrupled and the radius of the wire is halved. So what we can say, the electrical power dissipated would be, so just wait, so this actually they are asking power dissipated. So initially if you consider number of turns are N, radius is R, then the power is P. Okay. So actually power dissipated is proportional to number of turns. You can consider it as N into R square. Now if you quadruple the number of turns and radius is half, then it will become R by 4. So that will cancel out. So we can say that P1, we can say P divided by P dash will be equals to N into R square, 4N into R by 2 square. So this will cancel out, 4 and 4 will cancel out, then what we can say, P will be equals to P dash. Okay. Now question number 18. So the question number 18 is, the horizontal component of earth magnetic field is, and dip is tan inverse 1 by 3. So horizontal component 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. Dip is tan inverse 4 by 3. Tan inverse 4 by 3. Okay. So vertical component we can consider as BV. So we can say that the horizontal component of earth magnetic field is this and the dip is this one, the metal rod of this. Okay. So now EMF is given by B into V into L, BV L. So which component of the magnetic field we have to consider? Vertical component, and we can say that tan theta will be equals to BV by BH. So BV we can write on as BH into tan theta, because this component of magnetic field is perpendicular to the length of the rod. Okay. So what answer you will get? So this will be BV, in the place of B we can write on as BV into V into L. BV means vertical component of magnetic field. So BH is 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 into tan theta. So what is the value of tan theta? 4 by 3 into velocity is given as 10 centimeter per second, means 10 centimeter means 10 to the power minus 2 meter per second, into length is 0.25. So into 0.25. So if you solve this, 3 and 3 will cancel out. Okay. So this will become 4 and this 4 will cancel out. So what answer we will get? 10 into 10 to the power minus 6, that is 10 microvolt. Okay. So angle, this is known as dip. The angle made by the resultant magnetic field, B resultant, from the horizontal component of magnetic field is known as angle of dip. Okay. Now question number 19. The ratio of the secondary to the primary turns in the transformer is 3:2. If the power output be P, then the input power neglecting all the losses. So if you will neglect all the losses, then we can say that P input will be equals to P output for ideal transformer. Okay. So power will remain same. So output power will be equals to P only. Okay. Whatever the number of turns, power will remain same if you neglect all the losses. Okay, for ideal transformer. Now the question number 20. So the question number 20 is, the magnetic induction in a region between the pole faces of electromagnetic is 0.7 Weber per meter square. So again magnetic field is given as 0.7 Weber per meter square. The induced EMF in a straight conductor length is given as 10 centimeter. So 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, perpendicular to B and moving perpendicular to both magnetic field and its own length with the velocity. So velocity is given as 2 meter per second. So actually this you can consider, magnetic field is also perpendicular. So magnetic field you can consider in this direction. This is the length, this is the velocity. So directly we can say induced EMF will be B into V into L. So direct formula based question, 0.7 into V is 2 into length is 10 into 10 to the power minus 2. If you solve this, this will be 14 into 10 to the power minus 2. 14 into 10 to the power minus 2 means 0.14 volt. Okay. Now question number 21. An infinitely long cylinder is kept parallel to an uniform magnetic field directed along the positive z axis. The direction of induced current as seen from the z axis will be. So if you consider this is the z axis and a wire means a cylinder, infinitely long cylinder is placed parallel to this z axis. So like this I can consider uniform magnetic field. So the magnetic field is uniform. B is uniform means B is constant. If B is constant, area is also not changing. So what we can say, flux is constant. Flux is constant. So induced EMF will be 0. So no EMF will induce because flux is constant. Okay. So answer is 0. If no EMF will not induce, then what we can say, current induced is 0. Now we will move on to question number 22. Question number 22. A coil of wire of certain radius has 600 turns and the self-inductance of 108 millihenry. If the self-inductance of second similar coil is 500 turns, so they are asking the self-inductance of second similar coil which is having 500 turns. So we know that self-inductance is proportional to number of turns square. Okay, so we can say that L1 by L2 will be equals to N1 square by N2 square. So what is N1? Number of turns in so L1 is 108 millihenry. L2 we have to calculate. N1 is 600 divided by 500 square. So this 0 will cancel out. So what you will get? L2 will be equals to, L2 we can add on as 5 by 6 into 108. So L2 how much we will get? 18 into 5, 600 by this. Okay, so actually 108 L is proportional to N square, so L1 by L2 will be equals to N1 by N2 square. So L1 is the coil of the wire of the certain radius has 600 turns and the self inductance, so 108 by L2 will be equals to 600 by 500 square. So this will cancel out. So we can say L2 will be equals to 25 by 36, 25 by 36 because square we have here. Okay, so this will be 25 by 36 into 108. Clear? So this will be cancelled, 6 times 6, so it will be how much? 75 millihenry. So if you check the options, option number 3 will match. Okay, now question number 23. The magnet is made to oscillate with a particular frequency passing through the coil as shown in the figure. The time variation of the EMF generated across the coil during one cycle is. Okay, so initially as the coil will move close to the magnet, as the magnet will move close to the coil, what will happen? The EMF will induce, EMF will increase. Okay, then after that when it is leaving the coil, EMF will induced in opposite direction. So if you see from the options, which option is correct? First, third one is wrong, second one is wrong because in that direction is not shown opposite. Okay, so the most correct option will be option number 4th. Okay, so for question number 23, option number 4th is correct.